Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Shadowrun Dragonfall. So, last episode we started the game, we created our character Sir Evenstell III, we infiltrated a manor house, we killed a bunch of guys in the opening. I didn't bother and get the vase, I just didn't see the necessary need for it. We went down the lift after jacking in and stealing the data for it, or doing something along those lines. I think it was a security thing. And then we went down and our hacker basically got herself burnt up and died quite horribly. So now I'm going to go in here and shoot this guy. With an aimed shot. For a good amount of crit damage. Damn it. Yeah, I'll run to here. No other people. Ah, okay. I missed. This guy is going to go here. This is an aimed throw. I just want to take him out if I can. Perfect. Unfortunately, that's the danger that you have when you're with somebody here. I'm going to go. I'm going to try and... Yes. Damn it. Nobody else up there. And I'm going to shoot you. And we are going to try and... What can I do? I'm going to heal my wound. He's going to run away and shoot me and miss. Ha. Huh. You're kidding. Going to overwatch him. Come here and I'm going to do nothing. And you're going to die. Excellent. Activate the terminal. MCPOS Building Maintenance Software version 1.01 Command Line Interface Internal Memory Checksum invalid. Sir Evenstell III, Sir Evenstell III, Sir Evenstell III, Sir Evenstell III. What? This terminal's printing your name out over and over again, Sir Evenstell III. You'd better get over here. Same again. Monica was trying to tell me something important about this. They've sealed the door behind us. We've got to find another way out of here. What are you doing? Monica was trying to tell me something important about this terminal. It must be important. Well, any ideas? Something tells me we're going to have more company soon. I don't know yet. Watch my back while I figure this out. Text continued to scroll down the terminal screen. A problem has been detected with the core component of MCPOS. Restore MCPOS to factory default settings? Yes, no. Warning, restore process will take several minutes to execute. Connected doors and peripherals will be disarmed when complete. Might as well hit the Y key. Processing request 0% complete. As you watch, the number on the screen slowly begins to climb. Yes, it's going to take a while. You glance down at a second screen to see that the facility is on high alert. In place of a simple data vault, it seems you've stumbled upon some kind of massive underground complex. A map of the holdfast grounds indicates that security forces are en route from multiple angles. The doors are currently being rebooted by the system's restore processor flashing a dull red. If you're reading this display correctly, the only exit from this room is the holdfast's old servant entrance on the western side of the building. At that moment, Iger's image winks into your comlink with a crackling sound. The image is grainy, flickering in and out. It's going down there, rookie. Talk to me. Monica's down, Iger. Forwards are set up. What? I'm sorry, Iger, we couldn't save, and now I have to get out of here. Look for old servants' entrance to the west of the main grounds. We'll rendezvous with you there. No time to explain. We'll be exiting via an old servants' entrance to the west of the main grounds. I need you to keep that exit clear. Iger's silence is thick. Once you finally responds, her tone is professional. Roger that. She cuts out without another word. Glory turns to face you, her movements smooth and robotic. Her voice comes out in a frosty monotone. What's the place there, even Star the Third? Monica found a way to open the doors, but it's going to take some time. Dietrich's pained expression lightens a bit. Of course she did. Thanks to her, we might get out of here alive. Now let's find some cover and wait for the door locks to disarm. When the door locks disarm, we make a break for it. Until then, we make them pay for Monica. Dietrich's pained expression twists into a mask of hate. His hands begin to glow with primal energy. Yes, I'm good with that. Okay, first reload. So I can't tell which of these. It's going to be that exit, I think. So let's get around here. You can reload. And Dietrich, you come around here. We'll end the turn. I'm going to go to here and Overwatch this way. You, my dear, can come to here. And then you, old chap, can come down here, and we'll end the turn. Goody gumdrops. Can I hit it? I'm in cover. I'll come around there and I'll go Overwatch this way. You can come there. Can't see it. And Dietrich, you're going to go there and also end your turn. And this. And you're going to miss. Nothing coming in that way. There's some guy coming in there. The Grenadier. That's a problem. What can I do about frag grenade? Can't hit it. So let's take an aimed shot at this. I hit him instead, but that's fine. Oh, excellent. I killed him. She is going to do nothing. And he is going to throw an aimed shot at this at 60% and see what happens. Good hit. And then you're just going to throw another shot. Miss. That's okay. I'm going to end there. Oh. Grenadier there. And that's going to miss. So, you're the Grenadier and you're a guard. Kneecap you. And run back here. You are going to burst fire this guy. And then take an aim shot. Again. You are going to do an electro core, whatever that might be. No, I'm going to move first. Can you summon a spirit? Not going to risk it. Three damage incoming is going to be gone. Okay, well, that didn't work out so well. Oh shit. The figure loping towards you is big even for an orc. The majority of its body is sheathed in a suit of heavy overlapping plates. What you can see of his face looks raw and slick, like old scar tissue stretched tight over his skull. He wears an expression of supreme confidence. Security captain. Alright friends, playtime's over. All you Shadowrunners are the same. Skulking, sneaking, steal a vase or two from the museum. No harm, maybe I'd let you scamper away into the night. But now it's too late for that sort of generosity. Visitors aren't welcome down here. The gaping maw of the minigun jerks upward, an impatient gesture loaded with malice. Drop your weapons and surrender. Glory. That's military-grade armor he's wearing, Seraphin Star, hardened against small arms fire. We'll have a tough time getting through it. I'm less concerned about the armor than I am about that minigun. Those things can tear a man in half. 3 seconds before I open the hose. Step out here and surrender. And I promise I'll make this easy. Something tells me you're going to kill us either way. True, can't deny it. But wouldn't it be easier if you didn't fight back? The orc shrugs and you hear the distinctive whir of his Vindicator's motor spinning up to speed. The barrels begin to blur as he wheels the weapon to face you. Okay. This is balls, but... cock-ass nutsacks. Shit. Healing his hit points. And... missed. God damn it. That's okay. Oh shit, I forgot about you. Well, let's get rid of that. Got a bit of damage in from him. Bit of damage in from there. Oh, he's going to die. No, they missed. Oh, you're kidding. 3 damage. It's nothing. I've got to heal him. Now I've got to burst fire against these. Aim shot against this guy. And then another one. I really hope that would have worked. Oh, we're gonna die, we're gonna die. Haha, they missed. Kneecap you. God damn it. How did I 82%? Oh boy. Aim shot. Excellent. And redo him. And I need an extra AP, which is going to be reloading. God damn it. Oh, at least it misses me. Minigun's at least gone. How can you make 82%? Aim shot 97%. Only 10 damage. Okay. Flashbang. Awful shot. He's moving there. Missing. Door unlocks. We can get out now. He missed. Moving to there. Reloading. And going to miss him. She is going to open the door. And he's running around the corner. That's a security guard. Excellent. Taking him down. She's going to go around here and reload. Dietrich is going to go all the way up to here. Now I'm going to absolutely peg it as hard as I can, if I can. Let's get the hell out of here. Ooh, a robot. And finally, you. And we made it. Oh boy. Iga rises from her corpse-strewn perch at your approach. From the look of her face, it's obvious that she's already sized up the situation. I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. The run was a trap. Oh, it was it? Iga grits teeth and, pardon me, shakes her head. We can talk about this later. For now, we've got to get out of here. It's only a matter of time before more of them come pouring out of that exit. Iga slaps the side of the van. Pardon, people. And Sarah can start third. When we get back to the cruise bazaar, we are going to have a little talk. The Cruise Bazaar, Cruiseberg, home to nearly 500,000 people and, until very recently, Monica Schaefer. Once a melting pot of cultural diversity, it's now a chaotic mess of wealth and poverty, crime and commerce, anarchy and control. It's also home to your little own slice of Berlin, a neighbourhood that locals call the Cruise Bazaar, a safe port in the eye of a storm. The ride back to the Cruise Bazaar is quiet. No one is in a talking mood. As the van veers past potholes and garbage piles, the glare of streetlights and neon signs sprays across your window, painting the world in a kaleidoscope of garish colours. Soon the van rounds a corner and skids to a halt in a narrow, crumbling alley. This is as far as Berlin's chaotic streets will take you. Your team wordlessly debarks the vehicle and climbs down into a disused section of the U-Bahn tunnel system, a well-kept secret, providing your team safe passage into the Cruise Bazaar. Your safe house awaits on the other side. Let's get inside. Okay, that I assume can't happen so fast enough, love. The sooner we get in, the sooner I can get drunk. Left or right? I'm assuming right. Okay. People to talk to. Let's talk to this guy. You step inside, and the squalor of the disused U-Bahn tunnel gives way to the warmth of your safe house. A man waits inside, silhouetted against the dim fluorescent lighting. Paul Amsel. Something bad has happened, hasn't it? He steps forward, revealing a pale and expressionless face, light glinting off his steel-rimmed glasses. Paul Amsel, your team's fixer and landlord, part dealmaker, part information broker, one of the most well-connected men in Berlin. His eyes sweep across the team as he takes it all in. Grim faces, the hard stares, Iger's fury, and Monica's absence. I had a feeling. How did she? His face has gone ashen. He swallows, takes a moment to chew on his words before spitting them out. How did it happen? The run was a setup. 1 minute she was cracking the safe, the next she was on the ground screaming. I've seen Monica hit black ice before. This was something worse. Glory nods, her motions robotic and spare. Monica died of a biofeedback-induced stroke. Iger, that's right. Iger thrusts a gloved finger into your chest. This idiot stood by and let it happen. Poke me again, I dare you. Iger recoils in surprise and then breaks into a feral grin. You're threatening me? Seriously? Her hands bunch into fists. Take a swing, please. I'd love an excuse to cave your face in. Ugh, this is asinine. Sarah even Star the Third did well in there, Iger. You didn't see it and I know you don't believe it, but you did. So do us all a favour and shut it down, okay? Shut it down? Fuck that. Iger turns to face Dietrich. She towers over him, but he stands his ground. I respect you, Dietrich, you know that. But you don't have my training. None of you have. Monica was good. She was the best, right? But she was also overconfident. She treated the job like it was a game. Do that long enough, and you're gonna get burned. Iger turns her focus back to you. If you'd been paying attention, you'd have figured it all out with this or on your own by now. You'd have known that Monica needed watching as much as that door. Enough, Iger. Amsel's voice is hoarse, his expression blank. Enough. Iger pushes ahead, heedless of the interruption. Her voice remains measured, but there's fire in her eyes. How many seconds passed between Monica's first convulsion and her plug getting pulled? 4, 5? Do you know how much damage biofeedback can do to a Decker's brain in 5 seconds? How dare you? You don't have to answer that, of course. Monica died while you stood there and watched. This is all your That's enough! Amsel's voice comes out in a roar, and his fist smashes down on the desk behind him. Iger, you and Sarah even Star the Third can have it out later, but I've had enough. We need to talk action. Our client sent you into something much bigger than he'd led us to believe. I want to know why. Right there with you. This was supposed to be a milk run. Payback isn't the only reason why we needed to find him. We saw something back there, something that we weren't supposed to see. It's fair to assume we're all still in danger. Paul Amsel pauses, rubs his temples. Agreed. And to neutralize that danger, we need to know who we're dealing with. Let us review the events that transpired tonight. The smallest detail could be important, so hold nothing back. The estate was just a front for whatever was going on in the basement. Amsel nods. That much is clear. It wasn't a minor enterprise either. That facility took serious funds to build. And time. There was more to it than we saw. Places like that don't spring up overnight. And all in secret, the owners, whoever they may be, were none too pleased by your escape, I'm sure. What else did you find? After everything went to hell, we were confronted by an orc in military-grade armour. He appeared to be head of security. That's not much to go on. Do any details about this orc come to mind? Any distinguishing features that I could look into? He was an older guy, for one. From the sound of his voice, I'm guessing mid to late 40s. Pretty old for an orc. And he had skin grafts. Most of his face looked like replacement material. If the grafts came from a legitimate hospital, there may be medical records. That's something. I'll see what I can find out. Did you notice anything else during the run that may be of value? Monica lived long enough to say a name. Furoswinch. She fought hard to tell us. It must be important. Amsel seems taken aback. He pauses for a moment before responding. The Firewing? That is unexpected. You'll have to forgive me. This brings back many unpleasant memories. Glory raises an eyebrow. The Firewing? the most terrible of the great dragons. There are those who would disagree, but they never experienced the terror of living in her shadow. He glances at Glory. You're far too young to remember her, of course, but for Germans of my generation, the name Führerswinch is synonymous with chaos, destruction, and death. Dragons of today are subtle creatures, full of patience and guile. Führerswinch was not. After her awakening, she went on a 4-month rampage that claimed tens of thousands of lives. Amstel takes in a deep breath, slowly releases it. There's a haunted look in his eyes. Those were dark days. Countless men, women, and children were slaughtered. Excuse me. Roasted alive in their homes by a creature of legend. No hope for salvation, no end in sight. It was a horror you could not begin to understand. What stopped her? I can't imagine that a rampaging dragon would just go away on its own. Eventually the firewing was brought down by a man named Dr. Adrian Vauclair, well, with the help of the Luftwaffe, of course. But it was an experimental weapons designed by Dr. Vauclair that had finally pierced her hide. She fell in a hail of bullets and rocket fire, and crashed down in the radioactive wasteland of the Sox. This event was called the Dragonfall. Safe at last from the dragon's wrath, Germany celebrated Vauclair as a hero. Our own Siegfried, a modern-day dragon slayer. Their own family practically worshipped the man. If the Dragonfall was as important an event as you make out to be, I'm surprised I've never heard of it. Those early years of the awakening were traumatic, Iger, not just on a national level, but on a global scale. New species of awakened animals are being discovered daily. Within 2 years of the Dragonfall, the active use of magic had returned to the world, a new source of terror for a bewildered public, and in 2021, the sudden emergence of orcs and trolls gave rise to yet another wave of global panic. In light of such turmoil, is it any surprise that Dr. Vauclair and the Firewing were forgotten? Dragons were yesterday's news. He rubs his temples. Again, all of this happened decades ago. To the best of my knowledge, the story of Führerswinch, or whatever it's called, Firewing, is a bit of historical trivia and nothing more. All right, so Monica spent her dying breath trying to tell us about the long-dead dragon. Iga sweeps her eyes across the group, searching for a glimmer of insight. Finally, she gives up. Any ideas as to why? Amstel's voice trembles with frustration. No, it doesn't make any more sense to me than it does you. The Dragonfall is ancient history. Führerswinch has been dead and gone for 42 years. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever Monica saw, whatever she was trying to tell us, it was important. And that's all we've got. It's not much. Amstel nods. His face is drawn and haggard. It's thin, I agree. A basement, a middle-aged orc with thin grafts and a long-forgotten world event. Wait, we're still missing something. He paid for this run. Amstel looks plained. I do not know his exact identity. I did not set up the run. Monica did. That's why he's red in his eye. I warned her. Told her not to take the job, but she assured me that it would be a cakewalk. Monica was approached recently by a man who calls himself Green Winters. He used to be a prominent activist in the F-state political scene. I never much liked the man, and I certainly never trusted him. Monica, she would do anything for a cause, anything for the Flux state. He sighs. Winters swore that the data he was after was crucial to ensuring the future stability of the Flux, and that was all it took. It sounds like Green Winters is our best lead, then. Yes, most definitely. It is clear that Green Winters has involved us in something much larger than he led Monica to believe. When he finds out what happens on the run, he's probably going to grab it. We need to chase him down before that happens. So we need information on Green Winters, and we need it fast. There's a man here in the cruise bar, a Turk named Altog Burak Gazi. He owns a little soykaf shop just down the way called Cafe Sezve. The man is also a purveyor of information. I've done business with him from time to time. Do you think he would know something about the Green Winters? Amsel nods. When I discovered Monica's renewed association with Green Winters, I contacted Altug. One of his people has been keeping tabs on Winters ever since. As I said, I did not trust the man. Pragmatic. Sounds like it's time I pay Altug a visit. Yes, tell him I sent you. I'll do what I can to dig into the information that you've uncovered already, sparse though it may be. Okay, so we've gained 5 XP, and that's... Okay, that's a dog. I thought it was a tiger. Let's talk to Dante. As you start towards the safe house door, a large four-legged form steps around the corner. Dante, Monica's dog, an enormous mongrel of indeterminate breed. A low whimper emerges as he enters the room, head hanging low. Oh shit, Dante. Dietrich shakes his head. Don't worry, boy, we'll look after you. At the sight of Monica's dog, Amstel's eyes well up. He inhales but can't quite catch his breath. He started whimpering about an hour ago. Turned into a full-blown howl. Wouldn't stop. Kept. Closes his eyes. That's when I realised something bad had happened. Looking down into those huge brown eyes, you see intelligence and sadness. He lets out a small whine and rubs his head against you. I'm going to scratch him behind the ears. Dante leans into you and looks up mournfully, pressing his ribs against your leg. I guess the dog is going with you, Sarah Evenstar, the third. Amstel takes a ragged breath and releases it. Then a slow, melancholy smile plays across his face. Well, perhaps a part of Monica lives on in Dante. Return to the safe house when you're finished with Altug. Mind Friedman. With a little luck, he can help us locate Green Winters, and we can get to the bottom of this. My German is terrible. I've never spoken it before. I'm sorry. He stares at the floor. And now I think we should all take a moment. His lips tighten. For Monica. Okay. So, let's see. Is there anything in here? So that's a door. Okay, the dog's coming with me. That's interesting. But also good, I suppose. Nice to have an extra close combat. Hand around. Anything in here? Is this our communal locker? Okay. Dante's got nothing. So it's me and Dante. Okay. Let's quickly save the game. Now let's see what I can spend my points on. I was getting hit maybe a little too much there. Do I want to go up with the... I'll go up to the shotgun, increase the chances of hitting. And I'll just quickly save the game. Okay, let's talk to this biatch. Iga glares at you and you can taste the bile in her stare. She still clearly blames you for Monica's death. You're wrong about me, Iga. I intend to prove that to you. She stares at you for a moment and looks away. Best of luck with that, Sarah Evenstar. Now, please leave me alone. As you wish. Let's talk to Glory. Let's talk to Glory. Glory is beautiful, in a waifish sort of way. Her features are almost elvish in their delicacy, but there's something cold in about her that you find slightly unsettling. What's more unsettling is her chrome. Glory is rocking a heavy load out of cyberware. From head to toe, she looks to be composed of more plastic and metal than she is of skin and bone. In the shadows, individuals such as this are anything but uncommon, but Glory's cyberware is first generation, all of it. Bulky, invasive, practically museum pieces. This chrome was obsolete well before she was born. Glory shifts her gaze to you. Oh, Sarah even started third. Glory shifts her gaze to you, but his expression is cool and placid as always. Can I help you? I have a question for you, Glory, the personal kind. I'm not big on sharing sport. Personal reasons, you understand, I'm shared. Well, she said sport, so I'm going to go with an Australian accent for her. Of course, we love our secrets, but if you ever want to talk, I'm here. Okay. Let's talk to Dietrich. Dietrich turns his head at your approach. His aging face is traced with a network of faint scars, the legacy of too many fights over too many years. While he still retains a degree of strength and vigour, it's obvious that the shaman you see today is a shadow of his former self. Despite all of this, there's still an aura of power surrounding the man. He raises his bottle, offering it to you. Sarah even stars a third. Welcome. I've got the bottle of schnapps that needs sharing, and we've got a fallen comrade to drink to. The Monica. Prost. Liquor in the bottle is crystal clear, and as you raise it, you catch an intoxicating whiff of cloves and caramel. It tastes of sweet corn and walnuts, with a lingering aftertaste of buttery toffee. Swallow a swig and then return the bottle of Dietrich's outstretched hand. He takes a long pull on the bottle and then locks eyes with you. Let me ask you a question, Sarah the third. What made you choose to come to Berlin? Why do you want to know? I had my reasons. So Jazz, come on boss, I'm just trying to figure out who I'm working for here. I think I deserve to know that much. A member of my old crew betrayed me. Ain't that a pisser? I can handle all sorts of things, but betrayal always makes me see red. I honestly don't know. I'm just inventing this. I think. I think it's what I'm doing anyway. I don't know if this actually happened or not. I can't remember if it did. It may have done. Yeah, right there with you. I ventilated the son of a bitch before I left the Reprex. Dietrich raises the bottle in salute and then takes another swig. Bastard deserves no less. In your position, I'd have done the same thing. So after all this went down, you decided to bail out of the Ruplex and head to Berlin. Am I getting that right? More or less. There wasn't much left for it in the Ruplex, and Monica made me a hell of an offer. Ah yes, Monica. Dietrich raises his bottle again and then closes his eyes and takes a long drink. After a moment's past, he returns his attention to you. All comes back to our girl, doesn't it? So let me ask you, what was your relationship with Monica anyway? I know you two knew each other pretty way back. She was pretty coy about these things. What do you want to know? Monica was my friend. I cared about her. Dietrich shrugged. I don't know, I guess that I just want to get to know her better. There were some areas of her life that have always been a mystery. If you could shed any light on them, I'd be appreciative. I knew Monica well enough to know what you mean. She did have a mysterious way about her. So what was the deal between the two of you? Don't leave me in suspense. We were very close. That's so. Dietrich raises an eyebrow. Huh, learn something new every day. Well, anyway, good on you both. Dietrich raises a bottle to you in salute. She was a wonderful woman, and I hope your time together was happy. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time and the bottle's almost empty. Thanks for taking the time to talk. For what it's worth, I'm happy you're here with us. Dietrich takes a final pull at the bottle and then tips it forward, pouring the rest on the ground. Rest in peace, Monica. I miss you, girl. And I think that will do for today. I think I'll just talk to this guy in the beginning of next episode, and then we'll head out. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. There's a lot of talking in this at the minute, and not too much of, well, anything else. But we shall see where it goes. It's remarkably similar to the previous one at the minute. So, anywho, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, do not worry about it. Thank you very much, and goodbye.